Hello everyone, and welcome to another video exploring the connections between neuroscience and music. My name is Stephanie Mitchell and I am a classical trained mezzo-soprano and pianist with a lifelong passion for music. I have many years experience as a performer and have taught children and adults both online and offline. Recently, I have become fascinated by the connection between music, neuroscience and trauma and how music can support their well-being. Today, I would like to share some science-backed strategies to help musicians learn how to maintain emotional regulation during their performances, rehearsals and lessons. By nature, we as musicians can feel vulnerable during lessons and performances, resulting in feeling stressed or unable to be fully ourselves. Music expresses the depths of our human emotions, which are at the core of our very being. This is why it is essential to cultivate safety during this process and remain authentic to our true selves. One way to facilitate this is through emotional regulation. Our brains have an inbuilt mechanisms to ensure that we remain emotionally and physically safe at all times. When faced with stress, the amygdala and the hippocampus, responsible for our emotions, perceive potential threat. Such perception can cause reactions including freezing or shutting down from a situation and being unable to respond, such as becoming paralysed on stage or being unable to play anything. Then there is the flight response, where you flee from the situation, such as exiting off stage or feeling emotionally charged. You may even experience physical symptoms such as nausea, stomach upset or headaches. For us musicians, this anxiety-induced state can impair effective learning, intensify the possibility of memory lapses, and make performing difficult. To understand the importance of emotional regulation, we first need to explore some of the brain's functions. The prefrontal cortex plays a vital role in emotional regulation. It helps us gauge situations, make decisions, and think for ourselves. When calm, the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala work together, creating balanced emotions and rational decision-making processes. However, under stress, the amygdala can override the prefrontal cortex, leading to impulsive reactions instead of logical responses. The limbic system includes the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the thalamus. The thalamus processes sensory information and determines the course of action to take. This could be directed to the amygdala for immediate emotional response, or it could be directed to the cortex for deeper processing. Central to our emotional reactions are neurotransmitters or chemical hormones, which can play a vital role in cognitive functioning. Dopamine plays a significant role in our emotional functions, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter. It is associated with pleasure, reward and motivation, influencing our mood, drive and attention. When we encounter positive experiences, the release in specific brain regions creates feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. However, a lack of this hormone can cause a lack of interest in life and low motivation. Cortisol, commonly known as the stress hormone, also plays a vital role in our emotional state. Produced in response to stress, cortisol readies our body for a potential physical or emotional threat. However, prolonged exposure to cortisol can result in negative health outcomes, including impaired cognitive performance, suppressed thyroid functioning, and disrupts in emotional well-being. Neuroplasticity, the ability for the brain to change and adapt, stands out as a promising aspect of neuroscience. Through repeated experiences and challenges, our neural pathways can grow and strengthen. This adaptability indicates that our brains can enhance connections associated with emotional regulation and create resilience. How can we, as musicians and music educators, support our brain's natural tendencies and foster emotional regulation? Neuroregulation techniques is the answer. For example, deep breathing calms the nervous system and facilitates clearer thinking by increasing oxygen supplies to the brain. This, along with singing on a single vowel, does wonders as it activates both brain hemispheres, creating a balanced neuroactivation, which is crucial for emotional stability and cognitive functioning. During my practice, I have found it beneficial to inhale to the count of 4 and then slowly exhale and sing a single vowel on a single note for the count of 8, repeating the above 4 or 6 times. The effect is a lessening of my anxiety level and a deep calm that enables me to sing effectively and convey the message of the music to my audience. Through exploring our emotions and behaviour, we have discussed the essentials of the brain mechanisms, the limbic system consisting of the amygdala, the hippocampus and the thalamus, processes and regulates our emotions. The balance between dopamine and cortisol helps determine our emotional state and responses. A heightened state of stress can lead the amygdala to override the logical functions of the prefrontal cortex, leading to impulsive reactions instead of rational ones. We have learnt that music expresses our emotions, making performers feel vulnerable, sometimes leading to heightened stress responses. Emotionally charged situations such as performances can sometimes increase these reactions, manifesting as physical symptoms or memory lapses. Neuroscience equips musicians with tools to support emotional regulation. Techniques such as deep breathing and singing on a single vowel can regulate emotion and also activate both brain hemispheres and facilitates clearer thinking. Neuroplasticity demonstrates the brain's adaptivity and capacity to rewire and strengthen neural pathways, emphasizing that emotional regulation can be improved over time. By interweaving the science of the brain with the art of music, musicians can express a wider emotional palette, effectively regulate their emotions, and deeply connect with their audience. Neuroscience isn't just a theoretical endeavour, it is a practical pathway to better learning and psychological well-being. The relationship between music and neuroscience is profound. Music is not only a universal language of emotion, but also has the transformative power to shape our neural pathways, strengthen cognitive functioning and boost emotional resilience. When we experience the richness of music, we are not only using our artistic talents, but also nurturing our brain's health and flexibility. By understanding the neuroscience behind music, we can truly take our musical exploration to a level where art and science can collide. Embrace this knowledge, and may your every musical endeavour resonate with your heart and your mind. Thank you for allowing me to speak today, and I hope that you found this helpful.